Well, Black and White Nation, we the American people voted for mass deportations. Mass deportations are popular. The vast majority of the American people want all illegal aliens to be deported. Every single one of them, guys. Even President Trump is actually ending the temporary status for people from other countries. Some of these people have had temporary status since the 1990s. That doesn't sound temporary to me. That is pretty much de facto mass amnesty. And the American people don't want mass amnesty. This has been done before. President Ronald Reagan did mass amnesty back in, I believe, in 1987. It backfired, folks. Look at California right now. California is a disaster, mainly because of the mass amnesty. We cannot have that at all. Now, we know the establishment, man, I'm talking about Democrats and Republicans, they definitely want mass amnesty. They love the illegal aliens, guys. They really do. But when it comes to the American people don't want it. We voted for mass deportations. We did. I mean, these criminals are running around the streets, guys, and it's crazy. Some of these people are very violent. Now we must actually talk about this one woke Republican. I don't know why she actually thought this was a good idea, guys, because this thing is going nowhere. She found out pretty fast that her mass amnesty bill, it ain't going nowhere. Folks, let's just be real, man. When you actually have, in this political climate here, when you have Democrats and Republicans working together on something, it's probably a bad idea. Democrats for sure really want mass amnesty. This Republican thought it was a good idea to go out there and pitch a bill for mass amnesty. I don't know why she wasted her time, because President Trump now has responded and she's not going to like the response. Folks, this thing won't even pass the House. And even if it did, it won't get past the Senate. And even if it did, President Trump is not signing this thing. This thing is dead in the water. And even if President Trump actually signed this, boy, the base would be furious. We want mass deportations. Let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Right over here. White House shoots down Salazar's amnesty and migration bill. This one believes that President Trump owes God a favor for keeping him alive after the assassination attempt. And therefore, she wants President Trump to get this, give amnesty to pretty much every illegal that's been in the country, except for the ones that came in under Biden. Now, folks, do you realize how many people that is? That is insane. Insane. And it backfired, guys. It backfired. Now, we do have a clip here of Maria Salazar talking about our bill right here. And by the way, she has a YouTube channel too. I didn't even notice. And this same video here is almost getting ratioed. 539 thumbs up to 428 thumbs down. Yeah, 323 comments here. But let's go ahead over here, guys, and watch some of what she actually had to say about this bill. Here we go.
Democrats and Republicans who have joined us as original co-sponsors, in this fight. It takes a lot of courage to step up and say that you want to be part of the solution, especially on the issue of immigration, one of the toughest in the country. So I would like to express my deepest gratitude to you all, specifically to Veronica Escobar, who is my co-sponsor in this bill. My message is that the economy is the most powerful engine, our economy, the most powerful engine of prosperity mankind has ever known. We just signed the big, beautiful bill ushering in a new, modern era for American greatness. But there is one shadow still looming over the economy: our immigration system. That's why we're here today to introduce the Dignity Law. Dignity is not amnesty. Dignity does not grant path to citizenship to anybody. Dignity is the Solomonic way to fix a 40-year problem. Last week, we in Congress, through the BBB, we allocated $150 billion to secure the southern border. But the truth is that we still have over 10 million people or more working in construction, hospitality, agricultural, dairies, fisheries, slaughterhouses, who are undocumented, but who are not criminals.
Other words, they're illegal aliens, which means they're criminals. Maria Salazar. They're criminals.
Human beings invisible to the average American, but without them, we will not have food by this Friday. Yes, they broke the law, but someone gave them a job because they needed those workers. Workers who are still needed today.
And there's a simple solution. We have a lot of young men out there, Americans, that can do these jobs. Also, prisoners that are nonviolent, they can get a second chance by doing those jobs also as well. And when they get out, they have an opportunity. See, these establishment Republicans and woke Democrats believe that we need to slave labor. We don't. Americans can do these jobs, or people that come in legally can do these jobs.
The Secretary of Homeland Security said it herself. Homeland Security, she said it herself clearly. Congress needs to write legislation to fix this mess. Well, here is the legislation, madam. No more need to choose between amnesty or deportation. Dignity Bill is the answer. And here's how it works. If you are undocumented and you have been in the country for more than 5 years, you do not have a criminal record, you're working and paying taxes, you can come out of the shadows with no fear and apply for the dignity status. That means they will pay a fine of $7,000 over 7 years, buy their own health insurance with no access to any federal programs, and contribute 1% of their salary to the United States Treasury. That is $50 billion plus. Just do the math. In return, they will never be deported. They will be able to go home for Christmas or to go bury their mother and come back to the United States to continue working and paying taxes. It gives them a dignified life in the promised land, period. Now, I want to speak directly to the President of the United States, President Trump. Sir, the same God who saved you from death in Pennsylvania 1 year ago and who put you back in the Oval Office against all odds is the same God Almighty who millions and millions are begging to for some type of dignity, not amnesty. Sir, I believe that you could be for immigration what Lincoln was for slavery and Reagan was for communism. You are a businessman who understands our economy needs a reliable working force in areas where other Americans don't participate. You stopped Iran on its tracks. You stopped China from eating our lunch. You took the economic oxygen away from Maduro, and you signed the BBB the day that you said you were going to sign it. You have been called to do this, to fix this 40-year mess with just one signature, yours. Human dignity is one of the 7 pillars of American conservatism. For that reason, Mr. President, the eye of history is upon us. Some of the most shameful moments in our past as a country relates to how we have treated immigrants who are not criminals. And we are in one of those moments. If we get this wrong, future generations will pay the price in shame. But if we get it right, the United States will continue to lead in liberty, and you will have been the commander-in-chief. It's in your hands, Mr. President. May the Lord guide you.
You heard that right there, guys. You heard that right there. This Republican wants the slave labor. Folks, illegal aliens, man, drive down wages. Just that simple. And now, a lot of these illegal aliens now are actually self-deporting. Guess what? Wages are increasing. They're increasing. But look here, man. Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, has responded to Maria Salazar's proposal, and Maria Salazar is not going to like this, folks. Listen in.
I have two questions for you.
Sure.
First, on Congress. Congresswoman Salazar introduced legislation that would give some illegal immigrants in the country a path to citizenship. 10 Republicans signed on to what she's calling the Dignity Act. I'm curious what the White House's position is on the legislation and if the president would veto this bill if it made it to its desk.
From my understanding, the White House nor the president has actually read through this legislation. We've been focused on, of course, the One Big Beautiful Bill, which passed, which is another historic accomplishment of this president in record time. The Genius Act this week, the rescissions package, that's been the focus of the White House. But the president has made it very clear he will not support amnesty for illegal aliens in any way.
I want to give you a chance to respond to the CEO of NPR.
Yeah. No amnesty whatsoever. And also, by the way, guys, I believe it is so disrespectful to legal immigrants in this country that waited their time, paid the money to come into this country the right way. They got a green card. Maybe they actually became citizens as well. That is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But Maria Salazar wants, with the stroke of a pen, to basically de facto make these people citizens. Now, she's not saying citizenship, but she really does want that. But it doesn't even matter, man. She wants them to remain here. It is ridiculous, man. It makes no sense. She knows that Trump will get destroyed for this. It's not going to make him more popular. It's not. It's going to make him less popular, to tell you the truth. This is a bad idea, man. A bad idea. Maria Salazar, nah, this ain't gonna do it. This ain't gonna do it. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.